Taurus, welcome back. If this is a return visit for you, this is Crow Indigo Intuitive Tarot, and this is your weekly read. This is for Taurus placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, general reading, so may not resonate with all of you. Let's take 3 cards from the This Might Hurt Tarot, and we'll do some clarifying cards from the Manga Tarot mini deck, and pull an oracle card from the Sacred Destiny Oracle card deck by Denise Linn. I just picked that one up, liking it quite a bit. We have for Taurus this week. I'm trying to do jumpers, but we'll see. If it doesn't work, we'll just pick some. Just a couple more for Taurus. One more for Taurus, please. What do we have for Taurus? You're kind of quiet. Your energy is quiet this week. I'm not getting a lot of noise. I'm not getting a lot of feedback. Not even a lot of emotion, really. I know as an earth sign, you're not super emotional like the water signs are, generally. But I usually do get a bit more emotional feeling around your energies when I'm reading. You're a little shut down this week. It's not bad. It's not a negative thing, really. It's just sort of low energy, maybe. You're spending a little time ruminating, just a little bit, kind of thinking about the past, thinking about what didn't work out. But you're really strong. You're not feeling weak. You're not feeling depressed. It's not that. Pardon me. Excuse me. You do have this sort of fresh, creative energy around you this week. There may be a new project, a new idea that sparked your interest. You'd kind of like to spend some time exploring that, but you may not be able to at the moment. I kind of get the sense this 5 of Cups, which sometimes can read as regret or remorse, here this week, it feels a little bit like, how do I describe it? You know, I don't, if you had an office job, some of you may not have had office jobs, but many of you probably have. If you've had an office job and you're sitting there in your cube or in your designated space in the open concept layout, which is terrible, but don't get me started. Anyway, this energy of the 5 of Cups this week sort of feels like there was some minor thing at work, like a minor little mistake or something. It's not a big deal, but you're beating yourself up about it a little bit more than anybody else is. And that is distracting your energy from pursuing further investigation of this thing that's caught your interest, this creative project. The 10 of Swords. Something ended. It needed to end. It's a part of, it feels like part of you is dying a little bit, like a part of your identity, who you thought you were, who you presented yourself to the world to be. That part of you is going away or has gone away recently, and it's a little bit jarring because it's how you were identifying yourself, even if it wasn't making you happy necessarily. So you've got a little bit of adjustment going on this week, kind of pulling on your energy as you're getting used to being whoever you are now without that piece of yourself. Again, I think this is not a bad thing. I think it's just something to adjust to. 10 of Cups, definitely not a bad thing. You're moving toward ultimate happiness here. And the 3 of Wands tells me you have a plan. You're just waiting for things to fall into place so that you can get there. This could have to do with another person. This could have to do with nobody except yourself and your dreams coming true. What you want, the fulfillment, the emotional fulfillment that you desire is on its way to you, and you can see it coming. So whatever you've left behind, it was necessary to leave it behind. The Moon. There's still some things you don't know, though. As you're waiting for your ships to come in, there's still parts of the equation you can't see clearly. And let's see, Prince of Pentacles, someone bringing you perhaps a message about your material comfort, your material stability, security, possibly giving you some guidance with regard to your soul's journey. Somewhat unexpected, but there's joy here. The happiest card in the deck, right? The Sun. There's joy coming your way as well, Taurus. Pretty nice stuff. You know, you're a little low energy, maybe. You're adjusting. You've been through a lot, it seems, and you are now emerging, and you have a clear view toward your ultimate happiness and joy. You just have to accept that there are certain things you can't know right now, and have a bit of patience as you're waiting for your ships to come in. Let's take a look at the Sacred Destiny Oracle cards. Pick one for you. There may be a crashing sound soon. The cat has climbed up onto a surface rather precariously. Let's see. Community is your card. Let us see what the book has to say about that. Community. Ancient forest. The towering ancient trees in a forest look distinct from one another, yet beneath the surface of the earth their roots are intertwined. The roots act like a kind of communication system throughout the community of trees. Instantaneous messages travel through this underground system. Nutrients can travel on this network. Trees at one side of the forest can supply nourishment required on the other side of the forest. Danger at one end of the network is communicated to the far end of the intertwined roots. The sacred landscape wants you to know support is all around you, even if you're not consciously aware of it. Allow yourself to be supported. Give encouragement to others. The more you allow yourself to be supported, the more your dreams can come true. If you believe that you have to do it all alone, you will. Your true family is not just blood relationships. Sometimes the strongest family ties are friends who know who you are. Sometimes they are your ancestors and soul family who reside in spirit. This card speaks of finding your community and your people. It is a card of remembering that your people are at your side, believing in you, loving you, and standing strong beside you. Call on your community and ask for their assistance. They are only a thought away. So that's sort of a nice, reassuring message for you. You're not alone in any of this. You have a network of support around you, and that will make things a little easier on the tougher days. I think that's what I have for you, Taurus. I hope it's helpful. Thank you for your support of the channel. I really do appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. And we'll get in the March videos out soon, the March monthlies. And until then, hope you have a great week. Blessings.